Hello everyone, my name is Emily Peterson, and for stage 2 I'm going to talk about this question right here. How can teachers implement mobile learning or technology into the classroom effectively based on the SAMR model? So my resource that I chose was a phenomenological narrative of teachers' implementation of one-on-one technology integration based on the SAMR model. It was written by Dejara Patton in 2015. Just a little brief description about this article and why I chose it. I chose it because it talks about how teachers implement one-on-one technology integration into the classroom based on the SAMR model, and I'll talk more about what that model is in just a minute. The reason I chose it is because it fits perfectly with my question, and it really focuses on how to effectively implement technology into the classroom. So implementing it with purpose and having a meaning behind it, not just throwing in technology as fillers or because it's fun, but really having a purpose behind it. Quick brief description about the study. It was a study of 7 high school math and science teachers. They were at various technology levels, so some were very high, some were lower, didn't really know much about technology. She conducted the study from face-to-face interviews and observation, and this study is a phenomenological narrative, and I had no idea what that word meant, so I looked it up, and it just means lived experience. So it's her lived experience. She met with them face-to-face and lived the experience for this study. Quick brief description about what the SAMR model is. There's the substitution level, which is the lowest level, augmentation, and those two levels are in the enhancement. Then moving up the SAMR model, there's the modification and the redefinition level, and that's the transformation. I put stars here because this is what teachers want to strive for. They want to try and implement technology at the redefinition level. Quick brief description about what Patton investigated for this issue. The research questions and findings that Patton focused on was what technology-driven activities do teachers implement in the classroom based on the SAMR model. The findings were that all teachers utilize technology in some way at the elemental level. So what that means is that all the teachers did use technology, however some of them were just at the substitution level, the very basic level. 2 teachers utilized technology-driven activities at the transformational level. Number 2, what are some of the challenges of utilizing technology-driven activities in the classroom? The 7 teachers found that many students had inappropriate use of technology, meaning they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing on the technology, so using apps when they weren't supposed to, things like that. And it was not reliable. It does not work. You can't always rely on technology. It might not work sometimes. So that's another thing that teachers found. Number 3, the professional development needs teachers want. So Patton asked teachers what they wanted for professional development, and they said that they wanted follow-up professional development when presenting new technologies, and they wanted relevant professional development options. So the math teacher wants professional development on technology for math, and the science teacher wants to know about technology for science. The problems discussed in this article were that teachers don't have proper training, teachers are uninterested in technology, they don't feel comfortable using it, and the focus is more on student success with technology rather than effective implementation of one-on-one technology integration into schools. So how Patton thinks that this problem can be solved is through professional development. Patton suggests to use or to have professional development to help teachers become more interested, to help them become more comfortable, to really give them that proper training on technology so they can effectively implement it into the classroom. Quick story I have, when I was long-term substitute teaching in 3rd grade, I gave the students an option to either write their animal report on the computer or using paper and pencil. After analyzing or learning about the SAMR model, I was able to analyze my own teaching, and I determined that I was at the substitution level. I was just substituting the technology instead of using the paper and pencil. It really had no meaning. It wasn't purposeful. I wasn't helping them at all. So I talked to my teammates and I said, how could I have made this at a higher level based on the SAMR model? And we decided to have the students talk about their favorite animal with someone from a different class or a different part of the world, having a writing partner in a different classroom to make edits on the paper, have a classroom website. So I think those are some really good suggestions. New questions I have after researching is, do principals need to be techsperts to be successful leaders? So do principals need to have a high interest in technology? Do they need to know a lot about technology? How comfortable do they need to be with technology? Things like that. Because technology is so up and coming, I think that it's important for principals, to know a lot about technology so they can be an effective leader. In this study, Peterson only chose 7 teachers. So if I were to do it differently, I would choose a larger sample. I would have, so I would do a larger sample. I would have a variety of teachers other than just math and science. I would also have different age levels and not just high school, and maybe different regions instead of just one setting. So maybe select, because if you're going to expand the sample size, you might need more people conducting the study. So instead of just Peterson, maybe having numerous people in different regions conducting the study and then coming together. This concludes my video on what I learned from my research question of how to effectively implement technology in the classroom.